fucking hair nose pliers. Fuck, this guy is really pissing me off. You know what? Yeah, but he doesn't know how angry he makes me when I have to deal with this. Like, come on now. Freaking looper. Well, you come home cranky and irritable, and then I ain't. Yeah. I have to deal with this. No, I'm not threatening you anymore. I'm just going to say, how's your day? Yep. 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 What? What are you surprised about? Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I just misunderstood what you were saying. I was like, oh, is there a surprise? What's the surprise? Nothing. I'm like, oh, you suck. You suck. Well, don't. You know what? You had all that day off. You and you're like, I want to go back to work, and you're like, oh, why? I hate you working there. Because this is why you come home so cranky and irritable. All right. All right. I'm keeping you to your word. I am keep. Okay. But I am keeping you to your word. When your contract's up with them, you are so out of there. I am keeping you to your word. Yeah, but I am keeping you to your word, though. When your contract's up, you're out of there. Oh, then I don't want you coming home and I ask you how your day was. Rah, 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 rah. Don't you dare. If you want to stay on, I'm not even going to ask you anything. Here's the deal. Your contract's up, and if they give you that money, I am not going to say how your day was at work anymore. If you stay on there. Because that's a fair deal. If you want to stay on there, it doesn't matter. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, well, that's what you signed up for. Huh? Well, then stand up for what you believe in, then. Don't know. I'm being serious. Do you know how many reserves that I've done? No, you need to listen to me for once. I stood up for the native band here in Birch George. I just about got arrested for standing up for the pipelines going through their properties. Yeah, there was a pipeline. They were going to drill pipes right through one of the bands here in Birch George on their property. And I said, I don't think so. The officer goes, who are you? Oh, yeah, the officer bluntly asked me who I was. And I said, officer, that's none of your fucking business. Yeah, I just about got my ass thrown in jail. Because I stood up for one of our bands here. Oh, the officer didn't like me very much. Every time he sees me in the community, he gives me a dirty look. And I'm like, you're off duty. Why are you giving me that look? You're with your family. Until you go back to, fuck yeah, he was mad at me. Because I'm standing up for natives' rights. And I'm a white person. But what the officer doesn't know is the McLeod band that you are working for actually is the band that I've been a part of since I was a child. Go figure. Absolutely, yes. I don't anymore because I was a young kid and one of my friends, his grandmother was on the band. I don't know if she is anymore. But that was back when I was little, John. I do not deal with the bands anymore. I deal with people being scumwags and trying to drill a pipeline right through the middle of the band's property. And I will not tolerate that because anybody in their right mind, a government funded company that will drill right through people's properties, even if it's natives or whites, I personally feel if you're going to trespass on people's properties, even if it's a white property or native property, uh, no, I don't think so. And when I lived over on Hammond, this woman we have rights to lay pipes where they belong. She's got this thing on her property. I drove by and I got out of our car and I pointed at her side and I fingered her right through her window. I said, that sign, fuck you. And so, yeah, it's disgusting because for me personally, natives don't have rights. But it's okay for white people to discriminate towards them. But what white people don't know is they were the first natives on the soil before we were. And what pisses me off is we get all up in arms about what gives us a right. They were here before us white people and stuff like that. But that's what I was going to say. Dinosaurs were before them. But what I'm trying to say is, but the dinosaurs can't talk. But what I'm trying to say is, everybody needs to get along with everybody in the world, or there isn't going to be a world to stand on. There right now because of everything that's happened to COVID. That's the prime example. People, the COVID happened because of somebody. And people don't look at it, oh, it's just COVID. Somebody created COVID. Somebody has spread COVID. But nobody looks at it as somebody has already happened. Use that as an example. Like it's already been spread. Yeah, use that as an example. Somebody created it. Yeah. Like it's all about to no, I'm just using that example. And now TikTok's got these girls. If you're a BC woman, make sure you don't get a tag on your vehicle. And I'm like, you know what? Keep preaching that because the cops are saying don't just ignore that. That's a false a tag. One female. If that is written on your vehicle, you're gonna get abducted. And the cops say, "Oh, that's false. That's false." They're saying these women on TikTok are making false claims. But then, why are people saying this if this is not happening? It is happening because some lady went to the back of her truck and saw a female on the back of her truck. It's just fucking bullshit. Because there was a lady that actually took a picture of the back of her window, one female, and her truck was tagged. So it is happening. Absolutely. And that's another thing. We're talking about whites and blacks. And everybody was writing last year about Blacks Matter. Yes, they do. When a white man kneels into a black man's chest and doesn't get off of it. I had that same discrimination. One of our aim high clients had a cop kneeling in his back, and it was at Pine Center Mall. And I ran over there and I yelled at the officer, "Get your fucking knee out of my brother's back." Once I said that, the officer got off, and I said, "Oh my God," it was hilarious. This officer only came this high up to my face. And I said, "Officer, you need to back off of me right now, or there's going to be some charges laid." And he goes, "Ma'am, I cannot do that." I said, "Officer, please get out of my face. I've asked you now twice. If I have to ask you three times, I will lay you out on the ground. And then you can handcuff me." And the officer goes, "Oh, really? Are you threatening me?" I said, "If the shoe fits, wear it." I said, "Do you have an identification card, please?" He goes, "No, I don't." And I pointed at the other officer. I said, "Sir, do you have your identification card on you? Because I will be taking this to court and you guys will be losing." I snatched it out of the officer's hand. He goes, "Ma'am, you ever snatch anything out of my hand again, you will be charged." I said, "Officer, you ever kneel in somebody's back again and I find out about it, you'll be losing your job." And this guy that he was kneeling his back in is my adopted brother. And if he were to get up, the cop would have been slammed on the ground. That's how bad That's how bad my brother is when he's angry. Yeah, he would have slammed that cop right up against, fucking threw him into a car window. So that's why I was yelling at him to calm down, because I know what he's like. And when he gets really emotional and really upset about something, he's like me. I will slam somebody into the ground when I'm upset. And man, that's a no win situation with both of us. So